granola, water. Okay, let's see if this works. Or is it too advanced? No, it's not too advanced. Not yet. Let's see. Okay, that's working. Mic's muted. Was muted. Okay, that's working. Everything else looks good. So far, so good. What's going on, man? Just making sure everything's right, of course. Remove. We're just gonna remove this. And there we go. All we had to do is fucking move it and replace it. Fucking bitch. What's going on, Cyber Dragon? Again, this is gonna be a setup that I'm gonna use for a more focused chat. It'll be more less like me and you guys. We're gonna talk about this stuff that's going on right now. I'm gonna actually duplicate this so I can save it as its own. So we can use this type again, because I kind of like it. There's a lot of different things I was messing around with. I was just got into my zone and editing, and I don't know, I thought it looked cool, so I said, hey, let me try this shit out. So that's what I did. So looks dope. Oh, it's cool, man. We're just gonna talk about how a lot of the stuff kind of went downhill for Xbox over the last week. We're here at Friday. We're getting information, concrete information that doesn't look good for Xbox. First of all, they were talking about the ray tracing. We already know about that, right? We know that the PS5 will have hardware ray tracing. Now, D-Batch is trying to claim that he never said it wasn't going to have hardware ray tracing, but he did say it. He said that the Xbox Series X is going to have a different type of hardware ray tracing that the PlayStation 5 can't have, and that's what's going to make it better, which nobody's going to give a fuck about, just like 8K. Like, who cares about 8K when you don't have an 8K TV? So that, like, these are the things that you got to start looking at with these Xbox fans. So the 8K bullshit is out the window, right? The ray tracing is out the window. So of course they rely on a picture of a chip. Talking about Sony is afraid. I don't know why they keep moving that. Sony is afraid of Microsoft because they're not showing off the PS5. And the Xbox fans want the PS5 to hurry up because they want to forget this generation exists. Now, along with all of that, if you're following me, today we get information that it doesn't really matter if you go out and get an Xbox because all of their exclusives will be available on the Xbox One. So again, you want to get away from this generation, right? but this generation is still dragging the next generation down with it, because you should understand that the games are going to be on the Xbox Series X, the Xbox One, and the PC. You know, like, what is the point of going to a new console if you don't have any exclusives from the first party that you guys said was going to be ready? Now, a lot of people kept telling you that the first party studios they acquired, the studios they acquired for their first party purposes, they would not have projects ready for next gen. It would take a little longer. So let's say they acquired these studios in 2019, and they also acquired some studios in 2018. Game development is normally 3 to 4 years finalized, right? So you got 2018 out the way, roughly, or 2019. Then you have all of this year, right? Which doesn't matter because you're going to still need this whole year for game development. And then they're claiming that they have those games ready by 2021 holiday season. This is what I was talking about when I believe Microsoft was rushing. I think Sony's ahead of Microsoft in terms of next generation because they know what they have to do, and they've been working on a PS5 for, I believe, a lot longer than Xbox. Now, you might not know that because Microsoft has money, so they can rush things along. They have connections, so they can get certain things that PS5 might not have or might not get. But the fact of the matter, as far as the developers having hands-on with the console or the development kit, that's what really matters. I kept telling you guys it was weird that we didn't get the development kit information from Xbox. We didn't see what it looks like. We don't even have a concept, but you're expecting them to bring out only on Xbox Series X exclusives this holiday season. That shit was not going to happen. And then there were a lot of PlayStation gamers that were saying something on the line of, there's no way they're going to have their games ready if they just acquired these studios. You know, game development takes too long. And they were right. Like, they were 100% right. I don't think I used that, but I'm going back to it because they were right. Any PlayStation gamer that was smart enough to understand that just because you acquire a studio in 2019, their game will be ready next year. Again, this is what we're talking about with Hellblade. It didn't have a release window. I kept telling Xbox fans, hey, guys, it doesn't have a release window. You got to calm down. Stop hyping up Hellblade. You don't know when you're going to get it. These guys are still hyping it up. So when the news came down today that Xbox isn't going to have any exclusives in the beginning because all of their games are going to be cross-gen as well as on PC, obviously, that devalues the console. You're getting a new console to get games that you can't play on your current console. Other than that, what's the point of spending $500 to $600 on a new Xbox? Let me read some of this stuff. That's the whole purpose of editing this layout. Okay, let's see. Was that a joke? Wait up. Was that a joke? Like, is that a joke that you just tried to tell? Like, the console's gonna be bundled with games? Bundled with what? We're talking about a new console coming out with new games especially made for that console. We're not talking about Xbox One games that are upgraded on the new Xbox. Other than that, like, what's the whole fucking point? They're just ports at that point. Like, there's nothing special. Again, you won't even have to upgrade to the new Xbox because within the first year, you can play all their games on their Xbox One. So I'm trying to figure out, like, are you trying to tell a joke that a brand new console is going to be bundled with old games? Because if so, that's a very bad joke. Is anybody else agreeing with this guy? Like, if it's bundled with old games, that makes this alright? That you're not getting especially made new first party exclusives specially made for the new hardware. Like, I don't know, man. I can talk to a whole bunch of gamers that say they're not gonna spend $500-600 on new hardware just to play some games that you can already play on your current hardware. Like that kind of defeats the whole purpose of upgrading. Nobody's doing 8K, so that doesn't matter. As far as you're saying, PlayStation 5's gonna have nothing but ports. This is what I did the podcast for. You guys spit out a lot of false narratives, right? And then it gets debunked. And your go-to thing is, well, PlayStation's gonna do this, PlayStation's gonna do that. Well, you don't know what PlayStation's gonna do. That's what got a lot of you guys in this trouble in the first place. Like, you don't know what PlayStation's gonna do. You're just speculating or spitting out fucking invisible, imaginary sources or insiders that have no clue what the fuck is going on. And then when shit like this happens on a fucking Friday, you look stupid. Now again, Matt Booty was gonna have to do an interview. Okay, Jack Ryan did Jim Ryan, sorry. Jim Ryan, I called him Jack Ryan. Jim Ryan did an interview, and that interview came out on Tuesday, I believe. Or was it Wednesday? But that interview came out before Matt Booty's interview. Jim Ryan's interview seemed a lot more productive than this one. Like, he let you know that, hey, we got games that are coming out for the PS4. We don't want to fuck those games over by talking only about the PS5 like Xbox is doing, even though they don't have any games for Xbox One. That's why they have to do this shit. So Jim Ryan is letting you know that the 100 million PS4s out there, you have to like really respect this new community, this amazing community of gamers. So you're gonna have to do things to make them happy. I already know by those words and many other words in the interview that he knows backwards compatibility, at least between this generation, is 100% key. That's obviously that's a given right there that's gonna happen. Backwards compatibility with the PS3 will be difficult because of the cell processor. Backwards compatibility with the PS1 and PS2 should be very easy. They did PS2 backwards compatibility with the PS3 when it first came out. I don't think that was the problem, or that was the cost. Put the cost up was the Blu-ray player at a time when Blu-ray player wasn't mainstream. So that was what put the cost up. If you guys know anything about the PS3, when they took the PS2 backwards compatibility out of all the PS3 models after the first PS3, PlayStation 1 backwards compatibility was still there. Not only digital, but physical. You could put a PlayStation 1 inside of any PS3 and it would play the game. So I don't think PS1 is going to be a problem. PS4 shouldn't be a problem. Again, it's 2020. You should be able to do PS2 emulation, no problem. Physical as well. PS3 would probably be the only problem. And if they can find a solution for digital for PS3 to cheapen the cost, that would be perfect. That's all they really need to do. But backwards compatibility aside, it doesn't seem like the new Xbox has much value. Like, can you tell me what the value is? Like, you guys kept talking about Hellblade. It didn't have a release window. You hype yourself up for disappointment. Now you understand that within the first year, right, the games will only be cross compatibility. Like, they will be multiply. So until the holiday of 2021, you won't get a Xbox One Series X centric exclusive. Like, one just for that hardware. The games you'll be getting will be across PC, Xbox One, and the new Xbox. So if you don't have the new Xbox, you don't have to worry. You can still play all their games on the Xbox One. That's the problem. You don't have to upgrade. There's no urgency in upgrading because there's no real new software that's going to take advantage of the hardware. Now, upgrading something, having it in a better frame rate and shit like that, that's different. That's obviously going to happen with the new hardware. but having a game specially made for that hardware is what's different. That's what separates a PlayStation exclusive between a game like Assassin's Creed. You know, like they're making the game for all hardware. Well, Naughty Dog is making The Last of Us especially for the PlayStation 4 hardware. That's why they have a lot more time. They put a lot more effort. There's a lot more quality. There's a lot more awards and higher review scores because it's just better. I want to see the best that the first party studio over at Microsoft can do, and we won't be able to see that until 2021. I don't like this. As a gamer, I don't like this. I wanted Microsoft to start out next gen being competitive, and it seems like they're already flopping. You can call it what you want. If you're an Xbox fan, you can claim, hey, what's up, Rome Rush? You can claim that this is really, really good. No, this is really, really not good. Now, we all know PS1, PS2, PS3, when the next console came out, they still had games coming out. They still had exclusives releasing. Same shit's happening right now. Like the PS4 is still going to have PS4 exclusives coming out. However, when the launch of the PS5 happens later this year, you know they're going to be exclusives only on that hardware, that you need that hardware to play. Okay? That's the whole key of upgrading. That is the whole key. Even if you're a PC gamer, there are some games that your older PC just can't run. And then what do you have to do? You have to upgrade it. You have to get a new PC or you have to get a new laptop. Again, or upgrade. So what you're telling me is at the end of this year, the new Halo, you don't really need the hardware to play it. You can play it on the Xbox One or you can just play it on the PC. So going forward, Microsoft is not going to eliminate the PC from their vision. They're still going to release all their games on the PC, which means they are multi-plat. And then to add insult to injury, they're basically telling you, well, you don't really need to upgrade to the hardware. You can play these games on the Xbox One as well. Like, that is not good. This was a theory by a lot of PlayStation gamers that the main console that they were going to start pushing was the Xbox One X, because it's the more powerful of the Xbox One models. And they are going to start pushing that console, right? So if you don't want to go forward with them with the Xbox Series X, you still have a powerful console from this generation that you could play all their games and look a little bit better. At least better than the Xbox One S or the Xbox original, the original Xbox One. That's a bad thing, man. Like, it's a bad thing when, again, I heard this theory from PlayStation gamers, and it's true. It seems like PlayStation gamers get shit more right than Xbox fans. Like, you guys said, hey, there's no hardware ray tracing in the PS5. And then Jim Ryan comes out and says, yeah, there is. They come out on stage and they show that there will be hardware ray tracing on the PS5. God, I just can't believe that people are defending this bullshit. Kevin, you're on that bullshit, man. Like, I understand you're an Xbox fan. I know you're going to hype up Microsoft and their trillions of dollars, right? But let me ask you, the Xbox One X is the most powerful console on the market right now, right? It's the most powerful current generation console. And tell me what you're going to be playing over the next 3 months. Look, I've been telling Xbox fans, can you give me games you're going to play over the next 10 months? I'm just going to see if I can help you out. Over the next 3 months, what the fuck are you going to be playing that takes advantage of that power? Again, you can brag about, oh, this is going to do this. It's going to do something different. First of all, you don't fucking know. Second of all, it hasn't even been confirmed. And third, doesn't really matter if you don't have the talent. And let's add a fourth one in there. Does it fucking matter when the talent isn't ready to deliver that game that's going to take advantage of that power? So let's say the next Xbox is the best hardware for consoles, right? But your talent isn't ready. Not this year. And your talent won't be ready until the next holiday season. That is not good. So we're waiting, you know. Sorry. Let me rephrase that. Nobody's fucking waiting. The Xbox fans are waiting for this holiday season so they can brag about next gen. You guys won't even have first party exclusives ready, tailor-made for that hardware, right? And you won't have to wait till spring or, I don't know, summer or fall. You're going to have to wait until next holiday season, the winter region, to get something tailor-made for your Xbox. And I guarantee you it will not be Hellblade. If you think Hellblade is going to be ready in the next year or two, you're fucking stupid. The way you guys hype that game up, AAA exclusives don't pop up every fucking 2 years. I mean, unless they're like, multi-platform like Assassin's Creed and it doesn't really do something different from the other one, then yeah. We don't know what's tailor-made. So, of course, you're not going to see me going around making up bullshit about that. We don't know what's tailor-made for the PS5. Because they're focused on what's tailor-made for the PS4. Like Last of Us or Ghost of Tsushima. Or Final Fantasy. Which had the PS4 in mind ever since it was created. Oh, don't tell me that bullshit. You guys have been hyping it up like it's AAA. So don't go scale back and say that it's not AAA anymore. The way you guys were bragging about Hellblade 2, that shit's AAA. Other than that, if you think the game's gonna come out next year, that's on you. Look, that's on you, man. Nobody's gonna stop you from getting both systems. Me personally, I won't be doing that. That's a waste of my money. If one system's gonna supply me with better games that I can't get on that system or on the PC, then I don't see a point of me buying an Xbox. What am I doing that for? Just so I can say I win an argument on the fucking internet because I'm a neutral gamer? No, that's stupid. That's a waste of money and it's fucking stupid. If you're an Xbox fan, stick there. Just stay. Like nobody's saying all of this bullshit. I didn't make this podcast to make you guys feel so bad that you want to get a PS5. No, you don't need a PS5. If you're strictly Xbox, stick with them. All I'm telling you is to temper your expectations, right? The way you guys have been hyping about the Xbox One, which major details are not coming out until June, which is about 5 so months from now. Like, and you guys are acting like you know everything about Xbox, and you're not fucking real insiders. You have no real experience when it comes to developing a fucking new hardware for a next generation. All we know is Microsoft was buying a lot of smaller studios. That's what we know. They wanted to make sure they did have exclusive games ready. But their last acquisitions were last year's E3 in 2019. I think they first started acquiring studios in 2018 at E3. So for the past 2 years, they've been acquiring studios, right? The last time we know was this past June. That leaves about 6 months after acquisition. Now we're in January. And then game development normally, again, smaller games, let's say smaller games take 2 years. Let's say bigger games take 3 to 4 years, right? Some games might take more than 4 years. It might be like 6 years. I think Ghost of Tsushima is coming out in summer. The last time we got a game from from Sucker Punch was like 6 years ago. So yeah, game development is not, don't act like game development is 2 years. And then when it is 2 years, don't fucking try to say, hey, it's fucking double A. Well, you guys are up here saying that games can be spit out like fucking 1 and 2 years just to try to prove me wrong. That's stupid. That shit's really stupid. Exactly. I agree with you on that one. When Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, it's gonna be on next generation consoles and PC. But we know how long Rockstar takes to develop the games, so of course we're not going to be experiencing anything from Rockstar until after 2021. Obviously, we might get a teaser next year's E3 if we get that. But again, we know that they were able to hang on to all of this generation, even if they didn't give out Red Dead Redemption 2. They would have been able to dominate this generation with Grand Theft Auto 5 alone, which is a game that came out last generation. So again, temper your expectations. Game development takes a long time, and sometimes if a game developer doesn't want to bring out a game, they want you to fucking wait, and they will. They might not even be working on a game. Who knows? But like, there were a lot of people that said, hey, we're going to get Grand Theft Auto 6 before the end of the gen. Why? Because Grand Theft Auto 5 came out last gen, right? But people are still buying Grand Theft Auto 5. And the game is still making tons of money and microtransactions and online activities. So what's the rush? That's the way Rockstar is looking at it. So you understand that it's going to take a longer time to get that game, because they might be making more money off of it. Gears, we can get a new Gears of War probably in the next 2 years, obviously. So, not 2021, but 2022, obviously. I don't know if they're still making money off of the microtransactions or online activities for Gears 5, but at the earliest, Gears. I mean, I want to be optimistic. I want to be fair to the Xbox fans. These are the games that you can easily give out this year. They can be on Xbox One, and they will probably get me to buy the game, right? Okay, so a new Fable, right? A Banjo-Kazooie that's similar to Ratchet and Clank, and the quality department, right? They need a new Banjo-Kazooie, and you have the technology to bring out a very good one that might look like a Pixar movie. You can give that one out. So we got Banjo, we got Fable. Obviously, you're going to have a new Forza game, and it's going to look amazing. So those are like those three games launching with the Xbox Series X will probably be enough to make me say, hey, let me look over here and see what the fuck they do. Of course, the features are going to be very key. Interface is going to be key. We know that the Xbox dashboard this generation has went through multiple changes, sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. And it ended up looking more similar to the PS4's interface than anything. But third-party contracts are going to be key. I mean, Sony already has a third-party contract exclusive for Godfall, where, it's probably going to be a timed exclusive, but it's launching on a PS5 and PC, so the only other console you can get it on is PS5 at launch. Though, that's just a little teaser. I'm glad that they put that in there at the Game Awards, because if they didn't put that in there, people would say, hey, they don't have anything. Sony is very secretive. Everybody's watching them, and some people bite on their style. We got Ubisoft always looking for different areas to put Assassin's Creed, and they do that shit sometimes based off of where they hear that like a Sony game is taking place. Like, there were rumors that God of War was going to take place in Egypt, and then it didn't end up in Egypt. But guess who ended up in Egypt? Assassin's Creed. And we all know Kratos came from the Greek mythology. Where did the next Assassin's Creed come from? Greek mythology. The story of 300 with the Spartans. So, sometimes it's best to keep a little bit of secrets. Don't act like people don't bite off of other people's style in their daily life. It happens all the fucking time. Okay? I'd rather Sony keep shit secret and wait for an event. Like, let's say February. Sony comes out in February, brings out, some more details. Let's say, give us a little bit of a look at the interface. Give us a look or reassurance that from gamers like myself that started with PlayStation many, many years ago and saw the changes of the interface and all the features. Give me some reassurance that I can plug up some music to my PS5 and just play it with no hassle, no loops, no hoops. No difficulties. Just be able to listen to music at any time, no matter if I'm playing a game or I'm in a party chat. Just allow me to listen to my music. Like, that's one thing I want. I love music. Music is key. Sometimes it helps me play a game better. I can't tell you how many playlists I created on the PS3, right? And I was just jamming to this music. I was playing racing games. I was playing first-person shooters. And that shit is dope. Sometimes I was in my zone and I played a lot better with it. So music is going to be key for both, obviously, Sony and Microsoft. To make sure it's an easier way to listen to your music. Streaming is also going to be very key. You got to be able to make sure that every avenue is covered. Microsoft, I'm looking at you. Don't force people to use Mixer. If they want to use YouTube, if they want to use Twitch, you should give them that option. You claim that you're about fucking options, but you're making sure your gamers only stream to Mixer. That's fucked up, man. Like, it would be fucked up if Sony only kept the contract with YouTube and didn't allow you to stream to Twitch. But when I open up my streaming options, I can stream to Twitch or YouTube. I have two options. Mixers is owned by Microsoft, so I don't expect it to be on PlayStation. And it's still lacking behind YouTube and Twitch by a good margin. So I think a lot of PlayStation gamers can live without Twitch. Nobody. Call Eastwood and Dealer. They're the Fox News of gaming. So let's get that shit straight. I don't see these motherfuckers showing any facts. They don't really tell you who their sources are, or they're insiders, or they pretend to be insiders themselves. So yeah, sorry. I know you're here to do what you do, but we all know that's the truth. Okay? So when you heard your people that you watch claim that there was no ray tracing in the PS5 or hardware ray tracing, you believe them, you ran around the internet and you spread that lie. Then it got confirmed that you were a fucking liar, and then you don't want to bring that topic up. So it's a lot of things that you guys lie about. They get confirmed that they are fucking lies by the public, and then you don't want to go back. So what are you going to do now? What, you just going to bash my credibility, or you're going to go bash the PS5, which has not officially been revealed yet? If I want to shit on the new Xbox, I can. It had a very sloppy reveal, but it was a reveal nonetheless. They showed the console, which nobody really does unless they are ready to show off the games, and some of the tech demos, which they didn't. They didn't show a single person get on stage with the controller and play a game. So if you're going to sit up here and try to tell me Hellblade 2 is in-game, oh, somebody was playing it, it's gameplay. No. The way reveals go, you get on stage, you're going to show off that tech demo, somebody's going to have a game controller in their hand. And even if they're not playing, they're going to pretend to play. And guess what? The visuals on screen will be compelling enough to trick the viewers into believing that that's what the game will look like and that's how the game will play. We did not see that from Microsoft. We saw them rushing to show off their system before Sony because there was some fucking rumors spread around the internet by you guys that Sony was going to go bring out the PS5 in January and upset Microsoft. And it's fucking January right now and they're not doing it. Sony has been giving out different interviews to different real credible websites, gaming websites, and that's it. Because their focus right now is to make sure they can still make money off of the amazing games that are yet to come out for the PS4. You really gotta just blindside games like Dreams, which took like 7 years to develop, or Last of Us, or Ghost of Tsushima, or even Final Fantasy VII. These games are kind of delicate. Once people know that when the PS5 gets officially revealed, we understand that PlayStation is in a more dominant spot than Microsoft will ever be with the Xbox. If PlayStation comes out and says, hey, look at the PS5, this is what it's going to look like, this is the tech demo, these are the games, you know next gen has officially started. Next gen doesn't start unless Sony says it starts. We all know that. You can be a butthurt fanboy all you want, but we understand that next gen has not officially started. Because the way that Microsoft did it, nah, that's not how you do it. Sorry. I don't care if you think Mixer is good. There are not enough people using it. Okay? You compare the people that use it, stream on it, get views from it, they are much, much less than Twitch and YouTube. Sorry. I mean, do you see me on Mixer now? Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, you're on YouTube watching me talk, and you're trying to hype up fucking Mixer. Let's be honest, I can use Mixer on my computer. I choose not to, because there's nobody over there. Again, you look stupid. All I said is Microsoft should allow you to stream gameplay or podcasts to YouTube and Twitch. What I told you is a fact. They did not allow you to do that because they had Mixer in mind the whole time. And you guys are stupid enough to use it and give them more money. You're already paying them for Xbox Live Gold, and you're already paying them for Game Pass at the same fucking time. And sometimes the free games you get on Xbox Live Gold end up on Game Pass, or the Game Pass games end up on Xbox Live Gold, and you guys don't understand how much you're being fucked over. But this is the mindset of the Xbox community. They claim to be so smart, but they're not. Okay, Mixer is good. And YouTube's good, Twitch is good, everybody's good, right? But they're not on the same level. That's all I'm saying. That's obvious that YouTube and Twitch have been out before Mixer. That's not my fault. I'm just stating the obvious. YouTube and Twitch are better for streamers than Mixer. Buying famous streamers from YouTube or famous streamers from Twitch is not going to make your service better. I'm sorry. It's not. I think I see NextGen720. He's on Twitch. I don't see him streaming on Mixer. I see him stream on YouTube all the time as well. Like, those are the two things. You're not gonna, like, I guess if Microsoft would pay him like millions of dollars, he might say, hey, let me go over to Mixer. But if Microsoft's not putting that money out there to make people switch over, they're not gonna switch over. They're gonna stick to what they know. All I'm saying is Microsoft should give you the option to stream to YouTube and Twitch along with Mixer. But they understand if you give them that option on an Xbox hardware, no one's going to fucking use Mixer anymore. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you give them the option to stream to YouTube and Twitch, nobody will feel the need to use Mixer. So that's why you can only use Mixer on Xbox, and you can't use any other streaming service, because Microsoft knows that Mixer will die if you give them those two other options, which are already by default more popular than Mixer, and still will be more popular than Mixer well into next gen. Xbox games are already on Steam. You don't need PlayStation games on Steam. You guys talk shit about them so much, so I don't want to hear you guys port begging or saying that Sony should do the same thing Microsoft is doing. Microsoft is in bad shape because of what they're doing. That's all I'm going to say. Microsoft is in bad shape because of what they're doing. When Sonic the Hedgehog came out, he was created to compete with Mario. Sonic the Hedgehog, Sega Genesis, Sega CD, Dreamcast, not GameCube, Dreamcast. Sonic was exclusive before Sega kind of left. Mario was always exclusive. Crash Bandicoot was created to compete with Sonic and Mario by PlayStation. When Crash Bandicoot came out, he was exclusive. Exclusive things work. It's a part of competition. Other than that, we're all on the same track in life, right? Like, we all can't work the best jobs. Somebody has to work a bad job, and some people work good jobs. Nobody's ever going to be on the same level. Sorry. What's going on, J67? I see you there, man. I see you still you rocking that Hellgas logo. That's pretty dope. Fucking hungry as shit. Exactly, man. But look, up until today, Xbox fans wanted Sony to reveal their system because even these guys know that if Sony reveals the PS5, next gen officially begins, and that they don't have to deal with insults or teasing from the PlayStation community on how bad Xbox One did this generation. So they want next gen to start so they can forget about this gen. But even when next gen starts, they got confirmation today, it won't really start for them. Because all those games will be available on the Xbox One anyway. So again, you shot yourself in the fucking foot. You think if you put this narrative out on the internet that Sony's afraid to reveal the PS5 just so they can reveal it, just so you guys don't have to deal with this generation anymore, that everything will be alright. And even when Sony reveals their PS5, right, you're still going to have to deal with the teasing for this generation. Why? Because all those games on that new hardware will be available on this old hardware as well as the PC. Again, it does not make your system attractive. It really doesn't. If I can play those games on other places, that's where I can do it. Bro, when the new hardware comes out, let me just put it this way. I can probably get a Xbox this year, later on this year, for like $100 or something like that on eBay. You know, might be cheaper. Who knows? I'm just saying, nobody really has to upgrade. That's all I'm saying. You don't really have to upgrade. Not for Xbox. You know, not for Xbox. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us, yeah, they're PS4 exclusives. They're going to be playable on the PS5, backwards compatibility. I understand that. But, you know, PS5 is going to have exclusives at launch. That's just a fact. They're going to have them. And they're going to have games ready for the following year. You know, spring, you know, summer. They're gonna have games. You're not going to have to wait till the next holiday season to start getting games. I remember the PS4, like, people just shitted on it, like, with kills on the neck. But then, I believe, around spring, we got Infamous Second Son. And again, they were on their ball. They started releasing games and shit. The following year, you got Bloodborne in 2015. So, like, you know, we were getting games. We knew we were going to get games. That's the whole thing. Xbox is a different thing. Like, I don't think I've read a single comment where somebody could tell me, what you're going to play over the next 3 months on Xbox that's exclusive. Like, that you can only find on Xbox One. I mean, I did a little research for the Xbox community, right? You guys still, in a way, have Forza exclusive to Xbox. It's available on the Windows Store for PC, but it's not available on Steam. So you can't get any of the Forza games on Steam. There's still a couple other games that haven't made its way to Steam, so in a way they're still kind of Xbox exclusives if we want to go with your fucked up logic of they're on the Microsoft Store, so they're not on PC, even though they are. But I just wanted to give you guys that good news that Forza, none of the Forzas are found on Steam. So you can't play Forza on Steam, but you can play it on the Windows Store for PC. So again, let's say a new Forza comes out later this year for the Xbox One, and they don't. I mean, so I said Xbox One. Of course, it could be for Xbox One, and the new Xbox, right? But they announce it for the Windows Store, but they don't announce it for Steam. That's a plus. You guys can look forward to that. Now, I know it's coming from my mouth, so you might not want to use it, but again, you can look forward to that. Velvet Lulu. I see that you like to play Grand Theft Auto and PUBG and NBA 2K and more Grand Theft Auto. So I don't really give a fuck what you say. You're as casual as they come. And if your fucking gaming library is any indication, you don't know shit about what you talking about. So you might as well sit down and shut the fuck up. Like, what the fuck? Grand Theft Auto, basketball, and PUBG. And you supposed to know what the fuck you're talking about? Really? Like, I'm supposed to take criticism from you and listen to what the fuck you're saying? Come on, man. Shut the fuck up, man. God damn. Like, we understand Xbox has no games, but you're talking all this shit, and we go to your fucking channel, and it proves Xbox has no games, because you're playing games found on 2 additional platforms. God damn. This is the Xbox community, people. They prove every day how stupid they are. Some of them really will buy an Xbox with no games, man. Like, they really will. I mean, they have to fight about exclusives. You know, they have to, because we put that out there. But let's be honest, if we didn't ever talk about exclusives this generation, these guys would still be buying their Xbox with no exclusives. So we're pushing the narrative, right? We're pushing that because it really is important. We've always known exclusives as long as we've been gaming. I already told you the story. Mario was out. Sonic was not out. Crash Bandicoot was not out. They were created to compete with Nintendo so they could sell the respective consoles. Sonic was created for Sega. Crash Bandicoot was created for PlayStation. They wanted to compete for the consumers, for the gamers, or the people that will become gamers in the future. They wanted people to buy their hardware. And what's the best way to buy hardware? What's one of the most important reasons to buy hardware? It's not about the technology. It's about what games you can play. If Mario was available for all platforms back then, Nintendo wouldn't be alive now. They end up like Sega. They'd just, be a multi-platform developer. They would not be making hardware. We all know that. I'm sorry. We know that. Same thing with Sony. Crash Bandicoot went multi-plat when the PS2 pretty much started. So Crash Bandicoot was exclusive to PlayStation with, I believe, 5 total games for the whole generation. And even the following generation and the generation after that, the first 3 Crash Bandicoot games never went multi-plat until the 4th generation of PlayStation. So again, exclusivity matters. It matters. Sonic was the same way. Like, Sonic didn't go multi-plat until the PS3 generation. So, yeah, that's how that shit went. No. PS2. Was it PS2? I think it was PS2, because, later on in the PS2, because it was like what is it? The snowboarding Sonic game? Something like that. It was like a snowboarding Sonic game, and then, of course, you had the Sonic Adventures that they put on the GameCube. So they had to make sure that all their games went to multiple platforms to make their money back. It was sad when Sega left. I did not want Sega to leave. If you have all the consoles and all you play is the 3 most generic multi-platforms ever created, basketball, Grand Theft Auto, and PUBG, I don't really believe you have all the platforms. You're bragging about it in the comment section, but we can't really see that you have all the platforms. That's like saying I have $1 million, but can you fucking see it? Like, I'm really getting tired of that. Like, of course, at a certain point in time, you keep talking shit, people's gonna ask you for proof. Other than that, again, sit down, shut the fuck up. I'll read somebody else's comments, but not yours, man. You're a fucking fraud. Let me see. Sam said they have a subscription package where the games play you. Oh shit, that's funny. Um,
Haven't heard a word you said. What have you been talking about?
what?
What?
Huh?
They're like, where are you getting this from? Where do you see this? What is
Bro,
he talking
it's
about?
fucking. Oh my god. Hold on, man. I love when they say, hey, where are you getting this from? Oh, it's fake news. I don't see anything. But you believe fucking dealer, and he does the same style. Actually, my style's a little bit better. It looks a little bit better. It's cleaner. But the fact of the matter is, when we're talking, right, Sam, you know that we're not gonna bring fake news to you. Why? Because you can easily debunk it.
Oh yeah, we're not trying to prop up PlayStation with bullshit,
bro.
Right?
What we're telling you is you tried to tear down the PS5, right? You tried to shit on PlayStation because they didn't hurry up and rush in the next gen so you guys could leave this horrible failure, which is the Xbox One, behind. And now you find out on a Friday that it doesn't really matter if PlayStation 5 reveals at the end of this month, next month, or E3, because all your games are going to be available on Xbox One anyway. Like, so what's the whole rush? What is the rush to go to next gen? Tell me. If the games are still going to be on the system you have right now, how smart are you feeling that you need next gen?
That's exactly why I'm keeping my X.
Like, god damn. We talked about this, right, Sam? We talked about this shit. That this was a possibility that they were going to push out the X, the one you have, the Xbox One X, right? And that was going to be the mainstream Xbox One because they were going to still release games on the Xbox One.
It's called Series X, so I have the first iteration of the Series X, technically.
Basically.
All right.
The name is just really bad.
Chris G, look what Chris G said. He said Sony dropped the most exclusives and will drop The Last of Us 2 Ghosts of whatever. You won't see any exclusive on PS5. That's first party that will actually be developed for the PS5 for at least a couple of years.
I love when you guys say shit like that and it's not confirmed. But, you know, that's what it is. Since you guys want to do that dumb shit, we're going to go and share some shit real quick. Let me see if...
Can anybody tell me when I'm getting Battletoads? I would love to know. Junkbot guys don't have any good games till next generation. Shut.
Okay, so here we go. We're going to share. I'm going to put this link in the description for you. Since you guys want to act like you don't see shit. Now, everybody knows this information because we learned it 2 hours ago on the internet. So you running around in my comment section pretending that you did not see this. Now, this is a couple things that are going to happen. Xbox fans are going to see this and say it's fake news. And then, second of all, you're going to say it's from a website you don't know. And then, third of all, you're going to say nobody from Microsoft said that, right? You're fucking wrong on all three. Matt Booty said it. Matt Booty said this. He said, don't look forward to any games the first year or even the second year. To be honest, it might be 2 years until you see a game only for the Xbox One, the Xbox Series X. But we're going to go down, find that by Matt Booty, zoom all the way in, and allow you guys to read it as many times as you need to believe it. Oh, it's right there. Let's see. Let's zoom in. Nope, that's not zoom. Nope. Again. Nope. Still not. Is that close enough?
Why buy Battletoads if you have Game Pass? I mean, I have Game Pass. But that's how I was buying it. Beginning of next gen is going to be shit for third party. What are we going to get? The next Battlefield, Assassin's Creed? This is going to be like the beginning of this, John.
Yeah, it's Call of Duty, Battlefield, Need for Speed, Madden, basketball, you know.
Casual games.
I don't even buy that shit. Like, if people still buying this next gen, bro, I'm gonna look at you fucking weird, bro. I'm like, is that, like, you're telling them that that's all you give a fuck about game, bro? I don't give a fuck about that shit. I want something different. Sony understands that we want more from them, bro. We expect more from them. So they have to do more.
You're headed in the same direction.
Okay, so here we go. I just wanted to line it up properly. I hope you guys can see it. Let me make sure. Let me see. I can't fucking see. Let me go to them. Sam, can you see it properly? Just want to make sure everything can be read.
Yeah, it's pretty legible. I can see it.
Okay. No, it's not right. Hold on.
We'll play up and down that family of devices.
No, I just wanna I wanna remove this. We'll just opt for a logo in the corner, cause this shit's like, it's really like, it's an eyesore, you know. I'm gonna have to make a new one. Let's remove this, and let's
Hey, if you're gonna show the news, just show the news. Just take out the chat box.
Oh, the chat box is there too?
Yeah. I mean, it's blocking some of the stuff, so I couldn't read all of it.
Is it blocking your foot? Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm not trying to read my foot.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, we're gonna take the chat box out. Well, we're not gonna take it out. We're just gonna turn it invisible real quick. So I just want this here. Okay. Super chat box. Okay. And there we go. Okay, good. You guys should be able to see everything now. Let's go back and check that all out.
No new Battlefield to 2021.
So this is what they said. Shit. As our content comes out over the next year, 2 years, all of our games, sort of like PC, will play up and down that family of devices. We want to make sure that if someone invests in Xbox between now and Series X, that they feel that they made a good investment and that we're committed to them with content. So basically, you guys fuck yourself over. If you would have supported the system the way that it needed to be supported, they wouldn't have to feel like they still need to make money off Xbox One. Because obviously they did not make enough off of it. Like, PlayStation can go into the PS5, alright. As long as they have backwards compatibility with the PS4, they're straight. They're good. They made all their money off their hardware and software. They did a damn good job. Xbox, not so much. They want to see if they can get anybody else to buy the Xbox One and see if they can migrate them. But the way they're doing it is so late and sloppy. I believe if this was their plan, they probably should have launched the Xbox Series X a year from now. And this is why I told Sam many times that I think they rushed and that the Xbox Series X isn't really ready for this year. It's a game system that you probably should buy next year. But you can read this as many times as you want, since you said I was spreading fake news. So where are the people that said I was spreading fake news? Because I would love to block you, but I'm probably not. I just want to know if you believe this now. This is coming from Matt Booty. So do you believe it?
Or the Booty Man said that?
Yeah, the Booty Man said it. So okay. Do you believe it, or you think I'm still lying to you? Because I did that because I knew idiots were going to say this shit. So now, here's the truth. So is this a lie? It's coming from Matt Booty. Is it a lie? God damn, you guys are fucking dumb. I swear to God, man. Like, the Xbox community is stupid. You can run around and spread lies and rumors and want us to believe it. Once we tell you the fucking truth, you claim it's a fucking lie. God. Damn.
The Series X isn't ready. What are you talking about? That's what I would like to know. I've been trying to figure out this pony for the past 20 minutes, Mike.
Shut the fuck up, Sam! Bro, if it was ready, they would have games only for the Xbox Series X. They're letting you know right here, they're not going to have games only for the Xbox Series X. I mean, this is what he said right here. If you really want to look at this, he says next year. Oh, he says next year, and then over the next 2 years. Why is that shit not working? Oh, because I'm zoomed in too much?
The junk box guys are delusional. I mean, the top head Xbox people are like Kid Smooth, the Mooch. Would you consider them geniuses?
I don't know, but it's just I love that they want us to believe the bad stuff they say about PlayStation 5, but when we share this information all today, by the way, they won't believe it. I'm gonna get this shit right, guys. Don't
They had
worry.
another thing where they weren't getting games after the first year or something, right? Was that true? Or is that just speculation?
What do you mean? This is it. This is where it came from. This was the source. Yeah, it says as our content comes out over the next year, 2 years, all of our games, sort of like the PC, will play up and down that family of devices. We want to make sure that if someone invests in Xbox between now and Series X, that they don't feel like they've made a good that they feel that they made a good investment, and that we're committed to them with content.
You
So
tell them, Chris.
I don't understand. We already know Xbox has content. They give away content for free on the daily with Game Pass. I don't think anybody believes the Xbox One is a bad investment. If you were stupid enough to buy it, you believe it's a good investment. The majority of the Xbox fans in the comment section right now, you guys wanted to rush towards next gen, and as you can clearly see, they are not really rushing towards next gen. So my point is, why hype us up on what the new console looks like if you don't have new console centric games only for that new console?
So Halo Infinite, I can play on my X. Has that been confirmed?
It was premiered for the Xbox One.
Okay. I'm not
Remember,
buying that
when we heard about Halo Infinite, we saw it and they claimed that it was for the Xbox One. They did not say new hardware.
So I can play that in Hellblade 2
and Forza
on my X.
Yeah.
Okay, and Forza. All right, dude.
Oh, no, I don't know about Hellblade. Hellblade seems like it's so far away that it'll definitely only be for the Series X. I guarantee you that will be for the Series X. Yeah, that's not going to be cross-gen. If it is, it's fucking stupid, but it, basically,
they weren't leaving anybody behind.
Yeah, they're not leaving anybody behind, and this doesn't mean that after 2 years everything is for the Xbox Series X. They're just saying in basically 2 years you will start getting games only for that system. Don't expect to get games that are not available on Xbox One. It's a really, really confusing thing to do. But again, you have to give this information out to the public because you don't want anybody to be confused. So if you wonder why would Matt Booty do this, he has to give this information. Just like Jim Ryan, he has to give out certain information. He really gave out a lot of information in that interview. I mean, a lot of it was secret, but he did say, hey, there are features that other systems can't do that we're going to reveal later on. But again, once you reveal some of that shit, it's considered next gen, right? And right now we're still in current gen. It doesn't matter if Microsoft went out and showed off what the box looks like. We still know it's still considered current gen.
I wonder what those features are, man. I'm dying to know.
I am too. I was talking about they better have a better way to listen to your music. Dead ass serious. You know all these soundtracks we got?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. We need a better way to listen to our music. I mean, I got a lot of gripes with the PS4. The majority of the time, I'm just gaming on it, If they're going to even have an internet browser, they better make sure it's good. Just being honest. Like, they got to make sure it's good. The theme support.
Does anybody really use the internet browser?
Somatic.
People that aren't that lazy, I guess.
Other than Somatic, I don't know.
Because you could use your phone and just mirror that shit to the TV, to be honest.
I know.
That shit loads slow. It doesn't. I think the Flash player hasn't even been updated. It's a piece of trash. Halo's still tight in the first-person shooter space. I'm rooting for it, Mike, but it's been mediocre, and they've only provided one game the entire generation. Wasn't even an exceptional one. Like compared to Bungie, they're so far behind them. Or Bungie gave you like what 4 Halo games? You want to count ODST, and all of them were exceptional. ODST still finished, I think, in the low to mid 80s. It's not the same Halo group. Although they still have some employees there, they're obviously not the more talented employees, that's for sure. That's a great point to ask me. You can play Call of Duty, Battlefield, Titanfall, which I'd rather play any day over that. Destiny's more popular. Again, a Bungie produced and made game. It's just in a bad genre nowadays, man. Pretty much got shoved aside this generation.
Okay, Sam, you still there?
Yeah, Stinky.
You know, we're definitely gonna talk about this, and I just want to know if it's a good thing. I was gonna tell Snow Bunny that this happened 2 times with Nintendo. Like, remember when Twilight Princess came out? It was on a GameCube. It was announced first on a GameCube, and then at the last minute they allowed it to be on a Wii. And then they did it again with what was this? Skyward Sword? No, not Skyward Sword. What was Breath of the Wild? Breath of the Wild. It was announced for the Wii U first, and then it ended up going to the Switch as well. So I'm not saying that nobody doesn't do this, but we don't see it a lot. I don't know if I saw PlayStation do this purposely, like kind of like mislead you about a game being on a current gen hardware and then bring it out on both current gen and next gen. What Sony will do is they are like, hey, well, we're not bringing it out on this old one, we'll bring it out on the new one, like The Last Guardian.
With Zelda, though, if you bought it on the Wii U, would you have to buy it again on the Switch?
Yes.
Or is it just the one? Okay.
Yes,
so
you had to.
they did it like The Last of Us Remastered.
Exactly.
Right.
But see, like, Sony didn't do that. Like, when they showed off The Last of Us, it did come out on a current gen console before they announced it for the next gen, you know, as a remaster. So I respect what they did with that. But, like, you know, with Nintendo, they basically made it seem like, hey, well, look at this. It's only for this hardware, buy this hardware, but then it wasn't enough. So they ended up having to put it on the next hardware. Microsoft just did the same thing with Halo. Like, when they first showed off Halo, they showed it off hyping up the Xbox One X, right? And then they ended up this past year, E3 2019, they showed it off running on the Scarlet. So they basically misled you. They basically was like, hey, it's on this hardware, but it's also going to be on this other hardware. And sometimes in the beginning of a generation, it kind of confuses the consumer on, should I really upgrade or should I not upgrade? You know? And seeing as though Microsoft is confirming that they're going to do this a lot, this is not good. Like, Nintendo did it a couple times, but Microsoft seems to be doing this with their whole library of games that are coming out at the end of the year, and that's not a good thing. Now, we know maybe some of the third-party developers will have games that are cross-gen automatically, obviously. They do that all the time. But for a first-party to do that, I don't know, man. It's just, they're saying over the next year, 2 years. That's not good, bro. Like, what? Like, what is it? Like, is it next year or 2 years? You should let people know when they should really invest in this new hardware so they can get some games that they really want to play, that'll take advantage of the hardware.
So that's a good point Mike brought up. Are they downscaling it or upscaling it to the Series X?
I don't know.
Are they downscaling to the previous systems?
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking with you, Mike. I mean, we're pretty sure they're gonna obviously develop it on the Series X and downscale it.
Yeah,
I could feel as well they get pretty mad, but yeah. No, I mean, but that's the thing. Like, if they're downscaling it, they're still like taking time and effort that they could be putting into just the main console. Either way, you're not making it look as good as it could possibly be if you're just focusing on one piece of machinery.
That's what I'm saying. That right there is what I'm saying.
MS Selling Dreams, the same script they use this generation. I mean, they fulfill their own dreams by taking people's money for putting in absolutely no effort. So they fulfilled their dreams, I guess.
Wait, what did you say to me? Fucking bitch.
Stinky. No motherfucker need to buy the hardware so they can develop the games. Real McCoy is bringing the heat.
Let's be honest. You don't need the Xbox. You can just get a PC. If you really, really, really are about to run around bragging about features and power over games, you should get a PC.
Is that what Mikey Barr said he was doing?
Uh-huh. Like, Mikey Barr knows every game is about to go to Steam. Sorry. He knows that every game is about to go to Steam. So why will he invest in the Xbox if he already has a game system that's going to allow him to play every game he wants? Again, major attraction here, people. Halo. Halo is back on PC. Every Halo. From the first one to the current one. All of the Halos are available. And you know the new one will be too. That's not a good thing, man. You have to have something that people want to buy your system for. And you don't need an Xbox to play Halo. That's what it comes down to. You don't need it to play Halo. You can play Halo on PC if you really wanted to. And a lot of people are. Nobody's twisting anything. We're just talking about he was a big Xbox fanboy just like you guys, and now he's telling us that he doesn't plan on buying a new Xbox. He can play Game Pass on PC. He can play Halo on PC, Gears on PC. Like, does he really need to get the new Xbox? Are you going to sit up there and tell him that you should get the Xbox just to be a fanboy like you used to, instead of playing all the Xbox exclusives on PC because they're already available there? Like, are you really going to sit up there and tell him to just buy another system just to pretend to be a fanboy? If he likes PC, let him play all the Xbox games on PC. Why not? We been knew he was a PC guy. He was the one showing off his PC before anybody, right? Wasn't he doing it and then Aaron Greenberg did it? Remember that one time before E3? He had a PC, somebody built a PC for Aaron Greenberg and it was like green and black and shit. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, Greenberg got the colorful one.
Mm-hmm. Did you see the comment section? Now they're trying to pretend like Mike Ybarra wasn't a Xbox employee for 20 years. So they're saying...
It's amazing. I only heard from this generation, though, but he's been there that long.
Yeah, so he... So they're now saying, okay, he's always been a PC player. So, okay. He used to work for Xbox and claimed that he was an Xbox player only, and he liked to play all his games only on Xbox. And as soon as he fucking left, he let everybody know that he would rather play his games on PC.
I really don't get why these suits get paid so much, like 6 figures, because he really didn't bring anything.
No, he was
like
just
these guys as individuals.
A high-paid fanboy, basically.
Yeah, but what's the point? He didn't bring anybody to their brand. He's not like Ariana Grande. If it was like a real celebrity, then I'd pay him. You know what I'm saying? To represent Xbox. Like, these guys are nobodies, so I'm like, why are you getting paid top-tier money? He left, but like, has it changed? Has anybody really noticed a difference?
Not really. I mean,
like, right? Nobody gives a fuck. Like,
yeah, it's Xbox, man. Like they've been on autopilot over the last 2-3 years now. Like, they're not really doing shit. You're gonna get your occasional Gears. You're gonna get Halo. You're gonna get Forza. Like, they're just releasing games that you already know they're gonna come. Like, they're not really doing anything spontaneous anymore.
I just would like to know the criteria because he's like I think a top head at Blizzard now, right? I'm like, what did he do at Xbox that made you guys want to hire him this bad? Like, is it even about results? Like, what the fuck is it about that makes you want to hire somebody nowadays in certain companies? All he did was tweet and play video games, bro. That's all I saw from him.
Yeah.
Whatever he did behind the scenes, didn't bring anything software related. And he gets a promotion, bro. That shit just baffles me.
Yeah, I love it, Sam. Yeah, I love it.
Trump's America, baby.
Yeah, I love it, man. That's what it's all about. Call it Belt Pack. Yep, I see a lot of crazy shit on Twitter. That's why I did this live stream. Because I saw people already ignoring the news. That's why I didn't start out sharing my screen. That's why I just started talking about it to see if these guys were going to run around and say, hey, you're lying. And then I show them. And then they really don't say anything. Again, you can't call me a liar when Matt Booty said it himself.
Oh, Umar got a Vita. What's up, Lay? See you guys.
Good shit, Umar. I got to get my Vita back. I'm glad everything's saved to the cloud, so I'll be able to re-download all my games and get my cloud saves. Because I made sure I did that like before I even lost my Vita. I had a lot of games in the cloud, and I saved on the cloud, so I'm good. Yeah, the Vita is such an underrated handheld. So fucking underrated.
I got a bunch of PS1 games on it.
Mm-hmm. I'm also want to do this podcast because I'm not doing one tomorrow. We're not doing a podcast tomorrow, but we're doing a Sunday show. I don't know if we have any Xbox fan guests, but we probably have other guests.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to get some, though. I want to talk to them about this. Like, this is very important. So you still go run around and try to rush Sony to start next gen, or are you going to shut the fuck up? Because at this point in time, you want to go to next gen to forget about this gen, and Microsoft is letting you know they will not forget about this gen. Their focus is not 100% on next gen. If you're still releasing games on this gen, in the way that they're claiming, like all their games are going to be cross-platform, that's crazy, bro.
Umar, if you have PS Plus, Ghost of Sparta and Chains of Olympus are PS Plus games, so you might just have them in your library.
Yeah, you might. I think the Vita.
That's why I ended up playing them.
Yeah, the Vita works a little bit differently. Like if there were games released for Plus, I think you can go back and download them even if you never downloaded them. I wish the PS4 was like that. Like you have to download those games or.
No, you can add them to the library. You don't have to download.
Yeah, but I always forget to do that. That's what I meant to say. You have to add them to the library, but sometimes I forgot to do that.
I don't ever download them. You just add them. I mean, you can add them from the website. You have to turn on the console. What's y'all expectation for E3? Hopefully it's gonna be hot fire.
Yeah.
You'd assume, man. People got a lot of stuff to announce, a lot of information to divulge.
I expect. You know what? Let me be honest. I know Sony knows that we know how this generation started. So they're going to go a different way. And they have to go a different way because the outcome of this generation was so unexpected. I don't know if they expected to dominate this generation the way they did. And to not have much of a resistance from Xbox. I don't think that was in their forecast.
I definitely don't think they thought it'd be this easy.
Exactly. So
I think it was painfully easy.
There are a lot of PlayStation gamers out there saying, hey, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to have the event in February, and then they're going to reveal what the console looks like in E3. That if you know what it is, then why would they do it? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, if you are expecting that, why would they do what you guys are expecting? They look at the internet. They're not fucking aliens, people, okay? They see what we say. They see what we want. That's why they're in a good position. So if they're looking at what you guys are expecting from the reveal of their new console, they're not going to do that. They're not.
Are you and Yella gonna try to interview people once you get up there? Like, you guys got a plan?
Yeah, me and Yella are gonna. We already talked about we're splitting up. You know, like Yella might take some third-party developers. I might take some first-party studio and developers and talk to them about what's going on. And what's their focus, you know. Like, my major questions are, what is your focus for the hardware? Are you going to make games look pretty, or are you going to make games run well? You know, I also want to talk about game development time, you know, the freedom. You know, these are some questions, you know, some of them have been asked, but I do want the answers to be, you know, they're going to be on camera. And,
if you see Sean Layden, just put the camera real close up to his teeth.
I don't think we're going to see him. I know we're joking about it, but I don't think we're going to see him, bro. I know, I believe there was a bad falling out. You know this. I know this. And I don't think he's welcome to be part of PlayStation anymore.
Oh, damn. It's like a sports team.
Yeah, I think that's... I just get that feeling, bro. Like, there's been a lot of good shit that happened lately, and they don't invite him to none of their reindeer games, so... Just saying.
He must have yelled at a little Japanese guy. Something happened. American dominant attitude. They demoted him.
Yep.
Yeah, he's going to E3. Yella's going. A couple other people are going. It's going on Samurai Noba 776.
Yep. So all the super chats are making sure that we get to E3, right? And make sure we be able to buy shit, stay at hotels and shit like that. So the super chat shit, that's gonna be used for our trip to E3. So we got time, and you guys have been very supportive. That's all I can say. You know, you guys have been, as far as the people that donate to the super chats when we go live, you guys have been very supportive. The viewers have been very supportive. Of course, every time that I go live, you'll see different types of formats and upgrades, so I can engage with you guys a lot more. So I'm just letting you know I see you. I think everybody that's been supporting us. Of course, you guys know you can hit the like button. It's free. It's not gonna, nobody's gonna charge you money for that. You can also hit the subscribe button if you like what you're hearing, if you like what you're seeing. And again, you're always open to join. Okay, like, it's not like, hey, you have to pay some sort of membership to be, no. We're just a group of gamers that like PlayStation, obviously. That's our primary system. It's not that we all just play on PlayStation or plan on playing on nothing but PlayStation. You know, I know that I'm getting a Switch. As soon as they drop that fucking price, I'm gonna get it.
I was on Gears yesterday.
Yeah. So, like, we're not only on PlayStation. I think the majority of us, some might have started with PlayStation. I know I didn't. I let people know that shit all the time. I started with Nintendo, and I'm not shy to say it. But we like PlayStation. We cover PlayStation shit, news, gaming. That's what we do here. So I want to thank everybody for supporting us, because, of course, we know we got other people that support PlayStation or talk about PlayStation, shit like that. But for you guys taking the time to look at the live stream, listen to us, interact with us, that means a lot.
Rice Eater said Sean was booted because Trump was president and they found out he voted Trump. The plot
I don't know if that's true, but
I hope he's trolling.
I think he's trolling.
Alright. I hope that's not true, bro. That's
I think
ridiculous.
he's trolling.
It's like when they found that kitty porn to Randy Pitchford's computer.
I think I made this clear. I lost my Vita, or it was stolen. I don't know when it happened, but it must have happened a good amount of months ago. And I no longer have a Vita. I have a Vita TV, right? But I'm planning on getting a Vita back.
I took it from your job?
So, no, I don't know where I might have lost it. Like, it could have been at that fucking baby shower. I don't know. Like, remember I was doing all of that family stuff, and I kept going back and forth.
Who knows? Same thing happened to both of us. Is there was just too much shit going on, and we just
Yeah,
forgot about it. That's
yeah.
happened to me
And
too.
I hated it because I had it for so many years. It was a first edition Vita. But the Vita TV is good. You can play in 1080i on your HD TV. You can use a PS4 controller or you can use a PS3 controller. The Vita TV is pretty damn good.
Can you use the PS4 one?
Yeah, you can use
Oh,
PS4
okay.
or PS3. Yep.
That shit is so cheap. I might as well just pick it up.
Yeah, it's super cheap, bro. Like it's super cheap. So I can use the Vita TV. I just choose not to, of course, because I would love to play the Vita out. When I'm running around doing shit. So I'm definitely gonna get a Vita, but my focus right now is to make sure that we're set for E3. And everything after that is making sure that I can upgrade to a new laptop before E3 because I'm gonna have to bring this laptop on the road. So not this one. I'm planning on saving up for a new one. So of course, I'm a grown adult. I got bills. Most of the bills are paid by everything I do in daily life, which is working. But the stuff I'm getting from YouTube, that's going to the gaming shit. Now I did spend some of my own money for the upgrades, for the logo and shit like that. Hey Sam, I talked to the other graphic designer, bro. Why this motherfucker said 500?
Just trying to rip you off.
No, bro, but I mean everything he said that would be included in as far as the transfer of copyrights and everything, bro. Dude, they're very, very professional. I showed you the work. They're very, very professional.
That shit's a ripoff. Huh?
Yeah, it is a ripoff. So I was like, no, I'm cool. This graphic designer, this working on this alteration to the image you see right here, that's gonna be enough. It's simple. It's straight to the point. That's all. That's all I need. I'm gonna finish, pay her off, and I won't need any more upgrades. I think we're just gonna stick with what we got now. We'll upgrade years from now. Years from now. But I've really liked the logo. I think you guys like it. And I think this is what we just gonna stick with. Sam, you got anything to say? Because I'm about to run out and get my hair cut and go to work. Oh, we got donation.
Yeah, you got a super chat.
Can't wait to see the damage control when Sony shows what real next-gen games look like compared to Microsoft's cross-gen Xbox One spit jobs.
Damn, bro. Rice eater.
So look, bro, that's always gonna happen. That's why I said Microsoft was rushing. Why did you come out and show off your system? That's not how the generation starts. Nobody shows off their system before they show off a tech demo or something like that, bro. Like, or give a major warning. Like, you just threw it on us. Like, you didn't even think. You just were like, here's the system. This is what it looked like. And then you showed us the cinematic trailer for Hellblade 2, which is so generic. Why not show us what the gameplay looks like for Halo Infinite? It's supposed to drop at the end of the year. Game development should have went well enough for you to show us a scene from the new Halo, but you didn't do it. You see what I'm saying? These are just obvious things. Something's wrong with Microsoft. Something's wrong.
Is there any stream tomorrow? I think you said there wasn't gonna be, right?
Nah, I got a date tomorrow, so we're not doing a stream at 1. But if I after the date, I might stream a little bit later that evening. Like don't hold me to it, but maybe 5 or 8. But I'll let you guys know on Twitter. So please go follow me on Twitter because that's where I give out the most info. So I'll let you know on Twitter. It will be a gaming stream. I'm narrowing it down to. Let me make sure. It's probably be Titanfall. I'm getting my backlog out the way, so if I haven't beat a game, that will probably be the game I play. So it'll probably be Titanfall, Judgment. I don't want to play Hellblade, but I might put that in a running. And then I don't know. Maybe God of War. I don't know.
Are you gonna do like a poll?
Yeah, I do a poll on Twitter. If I would have to replace anything, it would probably be Dragon Quest because I'm having an itch to play that and I have to beat that game, or maybe Neo and really just wrap that damn game up too, man. Because god damn,
Yeah, but how far away are you in Neo? That's a long game.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me go check the trophies real quick. I don't know. I know I got 15 trophies, bronze, all of them bronze, 25% done. Blah 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 blah. Completed all missions. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm 4 trophies away from the end of the game. So let me just put it that way.
Might as well finish it before this, part 2 comes out.
Yeah. I finished everything before March. Yeah, definitely. I finished everything before March. I got myself beating Titanfall before the end of this week, maybe even the middle of the week. So I'm thinking because that's a game I know is on a more casual side with how long it's gonna take to beat. It's a shorter game. I might just play that tomorrow and just finish that one up. Might do that. Might do Titanfall 2 for tomorrow.
Yeah, if you want to do one long setting, you'll probably beat that game.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have a vote. It's gonna be Titanfall 2. It's gonna be Judgment, Neo, and Hellblade. So those are gonna be the ones I put up on the poll for voting. So it's 1 o'clock now. I need to make sure I transfer all of this shit over.
TGIF bitches.
Yeah, I'm glad it's Friday, but oh fuck, I almost fucking forgot. That one that was eluding me was Harley Quinn, the new Harley Quinn animated. I need to make sure I get to see that. By the way, before we get up out of here, let's talk about something outside of gaming. Is anybody seeing the Birds of Prey Harley Quinn movie? Let me know your thoughts real quick before we get up out of here.
That came out today.
No. Oh, fuck. No. It doesn't come out today. Birds of Prey movie. Release date.
Omar said he saw a trailer.
It comes out February 7th. It comes out February 7th, and the budget is $75 to $97 million. That's the reason why I'm asking, because I saw a new trailer and I'm still not confident. So I'm gonna skip the movie. And I know a lot of people hate me. I know Sam, Smatic, all you guys don't like that I like Batman v Superman or Suicide Squad, but I believe both movies are better than this. Look, as a comic book fan, sometimes it's not about the writing, it's about the representation. This don't look nothing like Birds of Prey.
Hold on, you enjoyed both of those movies, or you just tolerated
No, it's not like, oh, this is the best movie ever. I'm talking about the representation of the comic book characters. That's what I liked. It was loosely based as far as the outfits on those comic book characters. That's what I liked as a comic book fan. I was like, hey, I have to take something positive from both of these. That's what I like. You literally knew who they were. You know, the outfits looked a little bit different, but if I would pick a movie between Batman v Superman and Suicide Squad, it would definitely be Batman v Superman. Definitely.
Really? I'd take Suicide Squad.
But this one is bad.
I hated Batman vs Superman so much.
This one's bad. The only reason why I like Batman v Superman is because the Batcave, Batmobile, and the Batsuit were perfect. I don't care what nobody say. They were perfect. He might not have been the best Batman. That's debatable. But the suit, like, the scenes with him in it was so dope because we haven't saw a Batman in a good amount of years since Christian Bale, and
if the whole movie was about him, I would have probably enjoyed it, to be honest.
That's what I think they need. They needed to do an introduction with that Batman instead of just throw him into the fucking universe. DC was rushing so much. And this is what I'm saying, people, with Microsoft rushing in the next gen. Rushing is not always the best thing to do. It's not. Sometimes it's better to just wait, plan shit out. Like, rushing in is not the best thing. Look at what DC did. They fucked up their whole universe. Now they got restarted. Nah, bro.
But it's the same thing. Like, they made a shitload of money off those movies anyway. That's what Microsoft's doing.
Exactly.
Still making money.
They don't give a fuck. It's like...
Right, they don't give a fuck about the quality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not seeing Birds of Prey, bro. I'm not seeing that shit. That doesn't even look remotely to what the name is on the fucking movie.
Who's
Fuck
the
that.
star of that movie?
The chick that plays Harley Quinn.
Oh, okay. It's
Yeah.
Margot Robbie.
So they basically say after Joker and Harley Quinn split up, she joins superheroes Black Canary Huntress and Renee to save a young girl from an evil crime lord, Black Mask, in Gotham City. So the whole time they're fucking up Gotham City, there's no Batman from what I heard. Batman will not show up no matter how much chaos they cause. That's another thing I don't like about this fucking movie. So you know Batman exists, but all of this shit y'all doing and he doesn't show up? Because
they gotta give you an excuse, though.
They better have a good excuse. We know what the excuse is. You know, as the viewers.
Oh yeah, we can't afford.
Yeah, they parted
totally.
ways. You know, Ben Affleck and DC parted ways. So, and then the new Batman isn't ready yet. And he's a part of, from what I hear, a different universe. So, I mean, God, it's so fucked up, bro. Like, man, it's so sloppy. And I love DC Comics, but it's so bad right now. Even I can admit that.
Dude, the laziest shit. Yeah, just get your ducks in a row and just. I mean, it's not hard. You have the source material. How do you keep fucking this shit up? That shit is beyond me, man.
I don't know, man.
If I was a huge fan, I'd be frustrated with that. But I'm an animated series guy with Batman. I just keep it simple with that shit. That movie though, when I saw it in theaters, it was so terrible. God, that movie was terrible. I hated that movie.
My neck was terrible, Sam. But we don't.
My neck hurt from watching 3 hours of that garbage.
But my thing is, I like Batman, and I got to see a new Batman, and that's why I think I say I like that. I don't like Lex. I tried my hardest to convince myself that I was alright. No, it wasn't.
Dude, was that the most random casting you've ever seen? Why would you cast him as Lex Luthor?
It's just like the guy from that 70s show getting casted as Eddie Brock in Spider-Man 3. Why?
Yeah.
Eddie Brock was a bodybuilder. We all know he was a bodybuilder in the animated series of Spider-Man. So how you gonna just cast some random fucking guy and then give him blonde hair? And come on, man. Come on, man. That was so bad. So bad. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking.
It was funny because he was really great in that Spike Lee movie. Because he played David Duke. I don't know if you saw it.
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he was awesome in that, but like you're right, he sucked as Venom.
Yeah, I love it, man. Like
Affleck is the best Batman.
Look, I
believe
believe that, but they didn't give him the movie that we know he needed. Bro, he could have knocked shit out of the park as Batman with his own movie, bro.
Yeah,
but,
he has that perfect Bruce Wayne square head, too.
Exactly, but this was funny. You saw that they dumped fucking Wonder Woman in there for no reason? Like, they were rushing to start this universe. They were rushing so much, and they fell on their face, man. It is bad what they did. They should have.
No, my most hated character was Lois Lane. I wanted her to die like 10 times in that movie.
I didn't like that version of Lois Lane. Yeah, I didn't.
Dude, when she went back to the spirit, I was like, just let her drown. Just let this moron drown.
Like, yeah, she did some stupid shit right there. I didn't like that.
Like, if I made Amy Adams, I'd be like, isn't this stupid for me to do this? Why don't we just not do this? Like, how come actors don't do that more? Like,
well, she's just getting a paycheck at the end of the day. She probably had no idea who the fuck the comic book characters are, bro. Like, obviously, you know, Lois Lane is the guy, the female that's always getting saved by Superman. But as far as, like, really knowing the story, she probably didn't know enough to say, hey, this is a bad idea.
Dude, you don't gotta know the story to be like, this is really stupid. A human being would do this. What she was doing, like, half the time.
I wish more actors would do that, though, Sam. I wish more actors would just speak the fuck up and say, hey, this is not how I remember it.
Hey, dude, this is incredibly dumb. Do you want me to not do this so people don't shit on it? No. Continue. Like, I mean, how do these conversations go?
I don't know, man.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall.
I'm paying you to act, not to tell me how to direct. You know, like, maybe that's how it goes. I don't know.
But, speaking about how I got that Venom role, I'm pretty sure it was brown nosing.
Oh, and he was hot. He was hot in the industry at that time. People knew who he was, you know. So, yeah. That's how it was. People knew who he was.
Everybody off that show got famous when you think about it, man. Even Fez, that guy's doing NCIS now.
The votes are in. Stay tuned all morning as we reveal the top 10 games of the decade. Oh, so we're going to talk about this Sunday, but do Do you think it was funny that that like The Last of Us got Game of the Decade by Metacritic?
How does that work though? It's not even the highest rated game.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just saying,
What?
it might have not deserved it, but I still think it's funny because it's pissing off a lot of fanboys. So
No, but why did they say
oh, because
why they
people had
voted it?
they had the community vote on it,
Oh, okay.
and there
That's
were more
community.
people that voted for Last of Us than Zelda was right behind it, of course. But I don't know. Maybe the Nintendo fans took a day off or something. But I don't know what happened, but they didn't vote. Normally, these guys just flood the internet when it comes to voting for shit. But I guess they've been slacking.
If it's fan voting, I'm gonna take that shit seriously. I thought it was like Metacritic themselves rating it.
Well, they're not doing it. That's their only way that they told us. Basically, they're like, hey, we're gonna have you guys vote, and if you guys believe it, then we're just gonna publish a story, and that's what they did.
Yo, what's going on, Spartan God? God of War would also be a good consideration.
Yeah.
The game of the decade is The Witcher 3. Bro, that's the game of the decade.
No.
If you ever played that fucking game, that's the game of the decade. I like The Last of Us, but not, man. That's like 15, 20 hours. I don't know how people vote that the game of the decade. Hell nah. What's your game of the decade? All right, debate before you end the show. It's everybody's game of the decade in the chat. He's like, hell nah. Ain't no
Footburger.
game of the decade.
Footburger is the game of the decade.
Somebody say Untitled Goose Game.
Please, what? Did somebody
What?
say that?
What? Oh yeah, Astrobot was pretty good. I'll give you that, dude. Alright, we're gonna count VR games. That's another thing.
Oh fuck.
Demon Souls. Hold up. Demon Souls is 09. Sea of Thieves, this motherfucker. After like 90 updates.
And after paying somebody to take it seriously and play it, like if they never paid that guy that was popular, nobody would have knew that game had updates. I swear to God, nobody would have knew.
True. Well, they added a campaign. I gotta try it out.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that guy brought a lot of attention. Like Microsoft's smart. Let's be honest, they're smart, man. They did that so people would fucking know it exists. If they never did that, no one would know Sea of Thieves exists anymore.
They congratulated themselves on 10 million players. I never seen a company pat themselves on the back for not doing shit, dude. Like they're giving themselves their own vague like congratulations. Like, yo, you guys are idiots. You don't even see Sony saying shit on the Days Gone sales, like actual sales. Campaign where you chase chickens. Yeah, but can I cook them, eat them, roast them, broil them? Is there depth to it? Of course not. It's an Xbox game. What am I talking about? Game of the decade is The Last of Us. I hate you. God of War. Bro, in The Witcher, like, what I like about The Witcher is that it's really anti-SJW, man. Even though it portrays females as strong, bro, it's just as sexist as, like, the old Rockstar games. On top of the awesome gameplay and story, man. Like, God of War, I didn't like the fact that they SJW'd it up, man. You gotta admit. Like, you took out the old stuff we used to...
In their defense, I'm pretty sure they did that dumb shit because of the fucking kid being in there. I don't know.
I mean, you could have just... There was a point where he was unconscious or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it didn't seem like there was a lot of people in the world. Like, there was not like a single town where they could go where there were like villagers and shit. I'm hoping that the next game has towns where there's other interactions with Kratos to see how he interacts with, other individuals. That would be dope.
I'm saying, bro, in The Witcher, I could literally go from town to town and interact with whoever I want.
No, you can't.
I hate you.
Yeah, you can't do that.
End the show.
Not ending the show. The show is ending itself. Just making sure I got all these TV shows and shit ready. Like, so at the job, like a lot of people, they're older, so their people are dying, so they keep passing around fucking cards for me to give money for their families. And I'm like, yesterday I was like, nah, I don't have any money. Because I'm like, if they're going to keep dying, bro, like, that's a bill. That's a death bill. Like I have to keep putting money in a card every time somebody dies, and it's like I'm actually paying a bill at that point.
That's a scam. I'm not doing that shit.
Exactly. So I was like, I'm broke. And when they asked me today, I'm like, hey, I got bills, which I do. You know, I gotta pay bills, man. Like, I'm fucking already working there. That's what I'm saying. Look, I'm already working there to get a paycheck, and you gotta ask me for a portion of my paycheck for somebody else that doesn't even know me or didn't know me when they died. Like, they don't know who I was before they died. So why am I giving them money?
Oh, the No Man's Sky VR is incredible. I don't know if anybody's tried that.
No, that game's garbage.
You stink. He likes Sekiro. Sekiro's fucking awesome too, man.
No. I don't like that game. Bloodborne was good, though. Bloodborne was really, really good. I just think that Sam understands very little about the power of dreams. So how many awards you think that game's gonna end up getting at the end of the year? Because
Dreams?
It's like no other. Like, if let me put it this way. Everybody loves giving indie games high reviews, high scores, and then they give them a lot of awards. So what the fuck can Dreams get? It's an indie game.
Are we talking about Game of the Year?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not
Just
expecting
awards.
to get Game of the Year. I'm just talking about any other award besides that. Last of Us is gonna automatically get Game of the Year. That's just a given. I'm not even gonna debate that. Like, nobody can argue, oh, Cyberpunk's gonna get it. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay, whatever. Like, we saw how that shit ended up this year. Like, okay, it might win at that show, but in total, let's be honest, in total Game of the Year awards, Last of Us is gonna sweep from every other website. This is gonna be a good
test because The Witcher 3 has more overall Game of the Year awards than The Last of Us.
The Witcher 3? Really?
They're coming out with the same. Well, they're coming out with titles in the same year. This is a true test right here, right?
Yeah,
they defeated Rockstar.
No, this is a true test. This is a true test. They call it Test Pack.
Dreams is game of the decade. I know, JayTech hates that game.
Shut the fuck up, Sam.
He's like, it's gonna get no Game of the Year awards.
No, I don't think that they will give that game Game of the Year at that show. But other people, yeah, I think it will definitely get a lot of Game of the Year awards.
The way they talk about the game, it's like they want to give it the award right now, to be honest, man. I've seen the reviews, but lately the previews.
Bro, can you just imagine buying a game that has all these other games? And they're not just shitty games, bro. They're like, this is a collection of new shit. And the replay value for Dreams is just unimaginable. Like, every fucking week or every day somebody could be creating something. Maybe every hour something could be published. You don't know. Like, that shit's crazy, man. I mean, right now it's in the hands of people that have early access. Next month, it'll be in the hands of people that really want to buy the game, so it's going to expand. I can't wait, man. I cannot wait.
What do you guys think of Astrobot or Resident Evil 7 VR? I've only tried Resident Evil 7. I have Astrobot, though. I got to try it.
I didn't play any of those games because I still don't have a VR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fraudulent.
I know. I was in a position to get a VR for $200 with 5 games, and then it slipped through my hands.
I bought Creed and Blood and Truth, man, so you got plenty of games to try out.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, whenever I get a VR headset, when I get it, I got your whole library. Do you have Astrobot Digital, right?
Yeah, I got that.
Okay.
Most of those games I got day one.
That's like one of my games that I play first, Astrobot. Yep, I'll be playing that game first.
Yeah, Resident Evil 7, that's a AAA game in VR, so it's the same thing with No Man's Sky. You can play the whole game in VR. It's not just like a specific feature or level. I mean, if you're into sci-fi and you want to explore No Man's Sky, I'd recommend VR would be the ideal way to do it. I mean, it's an OCD space game, man. It's nothing like AAA-ish or storytelling-wise like you would see on a PlayStation first-party game.
I just wish that game would have started out with the multiplayer that we get to experience now, because it just would have been better for them, you know.
Oh, Wipeout! I always forget about Wipeout, man. They just updated the VR for it. It was just very secretly done.
Wipeout is one of the most beautiful games. It's a simple game, but it's always beautiful. on a PS3, on a PS Vita, on a PS4, even on VR. It's such a beautiful game, man. Didn't they get rid of those people too?
Yeah, I think they've been closing down.
Yeah, suck, man. I just hope they have another alternative racing game for next gen, not just Gran Turismo. Like, if you're gonna give us Gran Turismo 7, I'm not saying I might not get it, because I always have like at least 1 or 2, maybe 3 racing games I play a lot during the generation, but you have to have like a off-road mode or something, like a Forza Horizon mode. Like, change it a little bit,
Grab them on Mod Nation Racers, man. Do they own that IP?
They own the IP, yeah.
No, they just keep doing something like that. That was a good game.
Yeah, I mean, they got to get a developer. The one that, it was some Republic Games or somebody that did it. I forgot who it was.
Like, I don't know how seriously you want them to take the racing genre, but they could definitely do a couple of games here and there.
I'm telling you, man, they should really try again with MotorStorm. They don't know what they had there. That was something big, man. I'm telling you, if backwards compatibility is real, and I'm talking physical too, I will buy MotorStorm, bro. I will get Pacific Rift. I will play the fuck out of that game. Might not be online anymore, but I still play it. But I would like some remasters for PS3 titles. Of course, the ones that are like, that had online, to bring those servers back, those communities back. Because so many of the servers got shut down, man, so they would have to remaster them.
If they do the Resistance remaster, then you'd assume they have to bring back at least Part 2 servers. I had a couple Wipeout levels on Dreams. You want to check it out?
Yeah, they have Wipeout on Dreams. I think they got 2.
I saw a Formula 1 racing car game on there too, and that looked really good. Like, even the menu looked professional. Do you want to check that stuff out, guys? It's on their Twitch channel, Media Molecule. They have like community creations. It's not too long too. It's less than an hour.
I'm not gonna lie though, they do got a lot of good first-person shooters on Dreams. Obviously, it's a very easy thing to do. Just a camera angle looking at your hand and a gun. But I need to know what their plans for multiplayer support are going to be for Dreams, because at that point in time, people are really going to take shit crazy, like racing games multiplayer, shooting games multiplayer. Like, they already have the games, they just have to talk more about this multiplayer. We had the beta.
Remember, he first said there wasn't going to be any, and then somebody did it, and then he said he's not going to say shit anymore.
They better have multiplayer, because something that they don't have, people will make a big deal about. That's one thing I know. If you don't have it, people will bitch about it and make a big deal about it. Even if they don't support Dreams, even if they don't even have a PS4, they will bitch about it. So they need to come out and talk about their plans for multiplayer, because that makes the game even more compelling, That makes the game better than... Bro, I'm just telling you, you know how easy it is to make a GoldenEye game on there?
So dude, easy. I love this chat. Look how realistic this chat is. Thank you, man. So you usually see VR getting shitted on. Dude, if you have a choice whether to play a full game of VR standard, VR is, of course, the best version. I'm just glad to see some common sense in the chat, because you guys have obviously tried VR. Once you try VR in a AAA game, you can't go back to the control. It's really hard for me to go back to Resident Evil 7 without the VR headset. You're literally in the game, dude. You can't recreate that shit. I'm just hoping VR blows up big with the PS5. It's heading towards that direction, man. It's getting traction.
Yeah, PlayStation got a lot of shit underneath their belts going into next gen. VR. You know what I really liked that I heard from them? That 4K Blu-ray player, bro. I love that they're gonna have that in the PS5, so I can start, getting some cheap 4K Blu-rays, in preparation. I cannot.
So you're still buying physical movies?
Me? Yeah. I still,
Okay.
well, not as much as I used to. I have like at least 60, maybe 60, yeah, maybe 60 Blu-ray game movies. I collected them last gen. Most of my movies I collected last gen. You know.
Yeah, I've been torrenting since high school, dude. I
Well,
don't
but
pay
that's
for
what I'm
anything anymore.
saying. I won't do that if they do real good on a PS5 as far as memory sticks and shit like that and media formats. Like other than that, I'll be straight. Red roof. No, 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 no.
Yeah, that's what I tell people, man. When they say like, "Well," I'm like, "How are you gonna talk about something you obviously haven't tried?" Because if you tried it, and I was a skeptic at first too, VR actually works. It's fucking incredible. You could watch VR, excuse me, you could watch porn, but nothing beats physical. Not the same thing, man. That's all physical, that act. Haven't bought, I mean, can I go into a spaceship and fight creatures any day I want without the VR? I can't do that. So, like, some of the criticisms I hear about VR are really silly. Can I jump out of a limousine and take down, like, 5 bad guys and survive? I can't do that shit in real life.
Can you become
I can
a
do it in
legend
VR,
of the
though.
fallen? You can't do that either.
It's like, bro, of course you wouldn't use VR for that shit. You would just go talk to a woman.
However, if they have like those PlayStation Home type games, that'd be dope. If they ever go back there.
Well, VR is going to be compatible with Dream, so can't you just go into that level?
Yeah, that'd be dope. Yep. No, I'm just hoping that like VR gets so good that there's, some games like those being created. Cause I know
Spartan God, do you care about the backwards compatibility? Yeah, the VR is forward compatible. I'm pretty sure it's gonna have backwards compatibility. It's been all but confirmed, hasn't it?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope they do, man. I mean, cause I know it has a different type of port in the back, so I'm hoping it does.
But they said PS3, so I'm like, really? They managed to do that? I'm legit just gonna play some of the VR games at launch, maybe a couple PS4 games. I'm not gonna, like I said, I play all my old shit on my Vita. That's usually on the go for me. I don't want to play like those old games on the big screen anymore, to be honest. But again, if you have PS Now, you can basically play all those games anyway.
Yeah, you can play old games.
Same, I still got, I mean, I have everything with my PS1. I ended up giving that to my cousin.
Okay, guys, that's it for today. I will see you on Sunday. Sam, we have the topics. I'll talk to you about that on Snapchat. About the topics we're going to talk about with the rest of the people. And I should have an Xbox fan ready for Sunday. Maybe 2.
Shouldn't be too difficult.
Yeah. They want to defend what I've said, so cool. Talk to you guys later. Thank you for the support. Hope you like the new setup.
Enjoy your weekend.